So today we have some little plant people that are going to expand their civilization and hopefully save the planet. They're just going to start by harvesting these things that are in their little green area, and we can also help them by placing down some wells for water. There, and now once the wells are built, we have some water to work with, so we can place down some crops, like some carrots. We can get 2 of those going up over here, and then they should hopefully grow pretty quickly. Now, to give these little guys a bit more room to expand, we do need to increase the population. So we can place down some of these huts over here, getting a little circle of them set up over here because they boost population by being close to each other. And then we can also set down some decorations, like a singular mighty oak that will really give a boost to the happiness. And they're already watering the carrots that we planted too, so they should hopefully grow very quickly. And with all the houses, the population is growing. Beautiful. And then as our population is growing, we do have a goal of 400 little peeps and then a few more terraformed tiles, but there's also these ancient buildings that we need to capture, and they are pretty spread out. So we're going to make these guys expand a whole lot. Now they're watering the crops again, and they should be able to harvest the next day, but uh-oh, they're not too happy right now. We are a little low on food, but they should harvest pretty quickly. There, that looks ready to harvest. Or maybe not, they need to water it again. Hurry up and eat the carrots. We do have food for a little bit longer, but ooh, yes, they're harvesting the carrots. Good. So they'll get the food back, and then we'll also get a little income from there. There we go, now we're getting food again, and we're also making quite a bit of money. And then we should also collect some of the things that are a little bit outside the green area, like these crystals here. And then there are these weeds that show up that give us a little more money. Need to make sure we have all the materials for expanding. And ooh, there's a stash right here that has a lot of goodies. But their mood is sort of coming back. I should probably plant down another farm, but when it comes to summer, because then we can plant some other goodies, like beets. That is good for 2 seasons. We just gotta wait a little bit for that though. All right, but now we do have enough money and supplies to expand with an outpost. And there isn't really a good sense of direction to go in, but the closest ancient building is over there, so probably going this way. So we can build right in the corner here. And then we are about to change seasons, so I don't think they're gonna get a harvest from the carrots this time. But now the weather has changed to summer, so we can change these over to beets by Dre, and then get a few more supplies from the things that crop up. Hey, and look at that, we have more room. Ooh, what is this? A mystery bag. Oh, I like that idea. And there's also a structure they can capture. A pumping station, that'll give us more water. Ooh, and there's a lot of goodies around here. Wow. A myco farm for a steady food production. I like that idea. And we can place on another well for water. There's actually a lot of goodies over here, including a water bed. We need to terraform a little bit more before we can get some water actually flowing in there. But that's what we're working towards, even though they're not too happy right now. Hey, but we got some peonies? That seems fun. They're pink and pretty, but we also don't have money right now. So let's harvest up. Oh yeah, there's another stash right there. Let's harvest up as many of these little weeds that come up as possible because we do get money from that. Okay, now we do have enough money to plant down another farm. So let's actually have a separate farm with corn because I think that grows faster. And we are still at the start of summer, so it should be pretty good for us. But maybe not right there. We need more room for these things to grow. And we actually do have the population requirement for making another outpost, but we just need more money. And getting this myco farm is going to be really good for us. There, now they're harvesting the beets. This should be, yeah, quite a bit of food increase. I like that. And they are good for 2 seasons, so we can keep that going. Probably plant on another one since they are planting right now. As long as they're connected, once we change one farm, we'll change all of them. There, now their happiness is really increased. We're gonna have food for a whole month here, especially once this corn gets harvested, which it looks like is about to happen. But now we do have the money for another outpost, so I'm definitely gonna place it here so we can get this myco farm as soon as I have enough coins. But their morale is starting to go down already, so we might need some more things like decorations. Trouble is, those also take a lot of money. At least the peonies give a +3 to happiness. Ooh, but wait, the corn is harvested. Yes, we can get down an outpost. So right here, we'll get that myco farm as well as this little hut right here. They'll give extra workers. I like that. And we are about to change seasons, so the corn should probably be transferred over to the beets again. Oh, and there's another little baggie right there. Good, another decoration. And they're gonna capture these structures. And yes, the myco farm is working. Ooh, winter berries. That's cool. So we're getting half a food a day from the myco farms. That's gonna be really helpful. And the extra workers give a decent boost to population. It wasn't much, but we also don't have a whole lot of houses right now. So we could probably place down some more. Ooh, okay, so we have a quest now. Plant 30 tiles of leeks next to each other. But that's not until spring. we're not gonna do that yet. What we will do though is make sure all these wells have water on them. What? All these water tiles have wells on them. Word's good, trust me. And I wanna make sure we have a good food income before I start introducing more population. Oh, but hey, look, some of them are happy enough that they're jumping up and down. That's amazing. But I wonder if we can just bridge the gap rather, between all these beet fields, because that would make the leek quest a whole lot better, or at least complete faster. So we have just a broad range of farm tiles here. It's a little weird, but we're gonna go with it. And we also have some research that we can do if I didn't just buy a couple of beet fields. Oh, it's a good thing that they're harvesting. The snow is starting to come down. So that's a big boost of money and food right there. Okay, we do still have half a season before winter sets in. Once winter comes, we can't plant anymore. What we can do though with the money that we have is get a marketplace so we can buy food and sell crystals. Not too sure what crystals are needed for otherwise. It seems to be research, but we do have a lot of crystals right now, and there is a few more scattered around the map. So we could sell these for a decent boost. But now I think it's time that we build some more houses because we need more population before we can expand further. And 2 houses seems to be just enough of a boost for that. Okay, but now the frost is setting on the ground. I'm hoping that they can get one more food harvest. We do have enough food for a lot of months though, and winter doesn't last nearly as long as the other seasons, so that we have that going for us. And there are some other buildings that would give us a generous, steady income, like these ones that give us materials. Oh, but there's another micro farm over there, so we could produce 1 food a day from that. That could be good. It would also get us on the track towards going towards this ancient building here. Oh, but there's winter. We sadly lost all those beets. Can they harvest them? I'm not sure if they can. Doesn't grow in current weather. That's unfortunate. So we might as well... So, yep, there it is. All of them are gone, so we might as well just change them to leeks. Oh, and we just... That was all that was needed for that quest. Cool. So now we can actually place down another outpost. At least I can do that. It's hard to tell where to expand because we don't see very much outside of what we already have. But I do want this myco farm, so we will go out that way. Hopefully there's no danger out there. Our brave little plant boy is venturing out almost to the darkness. But that is another outpost. Beautiful. So, ooh, there's a lot of goodies here. So the myco farm will give us a steady income of 1 food a day because of both of them. I like that. Especially since our food consumption is 2.5 a day, so we're beating it back a little bit better that way. Now let's also just get some more wells for more water. Oh, and it's spring already. Excellent, so we're planting all the leeks. The leeks should give us more food than the carrots and a bit more profit too, but they're only good for spring, so we gotta be careful about this. And we need 15 leeks and 20 beets for this next quest. I think we can do that. And also harvest a lot more of these goodies. And we're about 2 outposts away from this ancient building here. So I do like the way this is going, but now we need a population of 80 for the next one, and then probably 100 for the one after that. So we are gonna need more houses. And our food income is looking good enough. I think we can support having a lot more peeps right now. So our population is looking really nice, and then some. But we could probably place down some more decorations too, because that gives a boost towards their happiness. We just need to wait for the leeks to harvest. And then also harvesting all the little stray weeds that crop up. Oh, and there's 2 villages right there that we could capture for more workers. Oh, but yes, the harvest is here. Beautiful. I wish I could see how much money I get from the harvest each time, but it's still a lot of money. So once this whole field gets harvested, we could probably get the technician's cottage too, which gives us more crops to work with, along with clearing out some nasty nanobugs that might damage all of our crops. Oh, and speaking of, there they are. Okay, time to research. We have the technician's cottage now, so they should start clearing out the bugs, hopefully. That's a lot of bugs, and they spread over all the connected farm tiles. There they go, they're spraying. Or they're punching them. They're beating all the nanobugs one at a time, but it's working. Beautiful. We're saving the crops. Oh, now we actually have a quest to place down decorations. Thankfully, we have a lot of money. Ooh, some lampposts. That could be fun. But I want to see what gives the most happiness. And this oak seems to do the trick. So we can get one of those, maybe over here, just because there's nothing to do with this tile right now. But we will expand over there eventually, so let's just place down next to the structures, the houses, with whatever money we have. And we do have some lampposts, so we could probably get one of those next to some buildings. And they seem to do all the same thing. But I do like the look of this one, so we'll place you right down here. Now it does take a little bit of power during the night, but we should be okay for that. Okay, so the next building to unlock is this workshop here, and that'll give us more structures in here to build. But we do need a few more materials and a lot of money. And we no longer have the food stores that we used to because a lot more population happened. Also, how much money do we get from these weeds that we harvest? It's quite a bit, actually. Wow. So to get towards that workshop building, we could capture this recycler here. I think that would be a good thing. And we can also harvest these big weeds here. It's close to the darkness, so that might be a little risky, but I think we can do it. Oh, I just realized we're in summer, so we need to change the crops over. Whoops. How long have we been there? We are gonna quickly change over everything and then act like that didn't happen. Okay, so now we have all the materials that we need. We just need a big harvest for a lot of money. Oh, and now we have a thing for planting corn. That's kind of awkward to do because we just planted down the beets. But the quest is very easy to do, so we'll just do that very quickly. Okay, now they shouldn't be able to worry about, oh, now they're digging them up. I guess they realized that they didn't need to do the work, but now there's a ton of nano bugs everywhere. At least they are all on the initiative. Look at them going out in troves to clear them out. This is a very reliable workforce right here. Oh, and we do have enough money to research the workshop, which gives us pineapples. Cool. When do those plant? In the summer, like we are, but we also do not have the money that we need. Oh, we also need to unlock that with more crystals. Is there a building we can capture that gives a steady supply of crystals? I sure hope so, but I also sure hope that we get a good harvest because that took all of our money that we had. It's a good thing that there is plenty of these weeds that crop up because the harvest is not nearly fast enough. But that being said, we're getting a lot of money from this one, which we can use to place a lot of decorations next to houses, even though we need way more decorations than the reward is worth. But it's a good thing to do to increase happiness. And I have no idea how the power usage at night is, but I think we can place down another one over here. That should be good. And all these decorations do boost population as well. But let's get some non-powered ones in here too, like these winter berries. That should be fun. And now there's a quest for clearing nanobug tiles, but that happens on its own, so that's a good thing. And you know, maybe we start to plant some huts up here because this is just a lot of empty space up here. So let's get you going right here. Okay, the good news is we are making double the amount of food that we consume. So we have a positive influence there. We might honestly be able to adjust the slider then so we get more money than food from the harvest. Just a little bit more. We'll see how this goes, because not all the beets harvest at the same time either. Also, it would be nice if there was a winter food, but sadly there isn't. All these pumpkins are spring food? I would have expected them to be fall. There's the eggplants, but that's just gross. And the pumpkins also need to be planted in dirt, which I know not all of these tiles are in dirt. Or I guess they are terraformed, so maybe they're not gravel anymore. So I think we're okay there. Okay, so even with the adjuster slided down here for food versus coins, we are still getting a lot of food per day. And now that we're approaching winter again, I think it's time that, oh wait, I forgot about these other things that we had from the workshop. So this increases housing by 3. Oh, and there's bridges for passing water too. That's gonna be helpful. Some more solar panels. Ooh, a watchtower. That could help us see where it's worth expanding. So where can we plant one of these down? I think just anywhere, as long as a little guy can reach it. And I don't think it can reach here. So we might as well place you next to the water bed over here to see just how far that is, because it might not be worth expanding over there. Hopefully there's no danger as you go to place that down. And then watchtower goes in. Ooh, okay. So it's actually not that big, but there's also nothing really impressive over there, so I think we can just leave that alone. And our power production is still going good, so we can place down one of these houses for a major population boost right down here. And over here too. I think we have the good food for that. We are still staying ahead of the harvest as well, so that's good news. And I think we're going to unlock, oh, low power? Nah, we're fine. And actually the pumpkins, I think the pumpkins are gonna be better than the leeks because they're good for longer, so we'll go ahead and get those going on all of these tiles. But now we are still in kind of a negative for power, so we're going to need to place down one of these solar panels. And we'll just place that right next to home base, because I think that's good. Oh, and those pumpkins grow up very quickly. I like this. Yeah, low power again. We're getting it back. So the solar panels add an extra 2 production a day, or a total of 2 production a day. I think we're good there. That seems like a good amount of production to have. And also this lighthouse gives the workers more chance to go in and loot some things. Okay, but now our food from harvest is actually lower than our consumption. So we're gonna bring this slider back to normal. Oh, and we actually get a good amount of money from clearing another weed tile. So that'll be good, because we can actually expand again. And Okay, there's cliffs over there, so I think it'll be better to actually expand over this way. And sadly, there's a hut right where I want to put down that outpost. But going here should work. Oh, now it wants us to plant down carrots. Maybe after this harvest. At least we got the quest for clearing the nanobugs. And there is still no danger to be seen, fortunately. Oh, but there's another riverbed. Hey, there's actual water here. Oh, that's amazing. We're terraforming a lot more tiles. We almost have that quest completed. Oh. Oh no. Ah, there's robots. Oh, that's not good. It's sniping all of our workers, you jerk. Oh man, we need something to combat that. At least the watchtower reveals robots. So let's get one of those planted right here because I think that'll be safe. Or up here maybe? I'm worried about a worker going to plant up there and then it just gets sniped. But we'll see if it does. Hopefully you're safe. Or not safe at all. Okay, that's a dangerous spot to be. Remove you. We need to place that watchtower a lot closer. I think over here is going to be safe. Okay, thankfully it is safe. So it's being built, and then that should... Ah, no! Come on, finish the watchtower. Finish it. No! At least they don't really go away all that much because they just fly back to here and they regenerate. Oh man, that robot is so annoying right now. Please finish the watchtower. I'm just sort of hoping that the progress doesn't reset when one of these gets taken out. But oh, that's annoying. And I'm thinking the progress actually does reset. Oh, but it got done. Nice. Oh, and the robot got... Oh yes, the robot gets disabled from the watchtower. Oh, that's so helpful. So that's what was going on. There's so many of them. Can we harvest them? We can. Oh, okay, so 3 robots just went down. I'm hoping that's all there was. And then let's see. Placing a bridge right here and here will help us cross, which means that we can also get access to these crystals over here. I also love that they don't really care about stepping on the partially completed tiles. They just do it. But now we have a bridge. Beautiful. Making progress. I haven't even paid attention to what's happening down here. More nanobugs. Lovely. Oh, and there's 2 recyclers up here. I would like to capture both of these. And we can place down more outposts. And oh, but an outpost right here will help us get to that ancient building. Since the robots aren't here anymore, I think we can do this. And the good news is I can leave the main hub of civilization alone because they are producing a lot of food. And ta-da! Hey, it's raining because we terraformed enough tiles. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow, and there's a lot of goodies over there. And thankfully no robots. So we captured one of the ancient buildings. Yes, and we have a crop wait, a crop unlockable. Or no, that's just unlocking the eggplant. Gross. But it's raining now. That's beautiful. So the workers don't have to water the crops all the time. But now I'm thinking we can expand and build more farms because we have a lot more land to work with. We can also bridge the gap right here, which sadly it's not a clean gap, but it would give us a bigger hub to work with the farming. And we are about to go into fall, so this next harvest of pumpkins might not happen, but at least there's plenty more that our workers can use. Okay, there's the weather change, so we get all the tiles of carrots planted. Beautiful. And then we'll plant some beets because we need more of those. And then we need weather control to unlock the rest of these plants, which is the next structure. But for right now, we'll plant some more beets because that's the crop that we have access to right now. So let's actually maybe have a separated thing here, although I'm not sure we really need to. The only benefit I can see to that is the dissipation of the nanobugs. So maybe having a separate farmland is good for that regard. And we can actually cover a good swath of tiles here for that. And then we will place down more houses over here, but actually probably the proper houses, as long as we can keep up with the power supply, which I think having 20 power be the maximum is kind of detrimental for that. So what we probably need to do is capture these recyclers up here for a steady material supply. And I also don't want to cover that water tile, although we could. We have plenty of water that we're not using, so we can get away with not using one of them. It just makes it a little messy when we eventually expand into here. But we can probably start working our way towards the next ancient building. So we will get another outpost going up here, or we need bigger population. So it's a good thing that we're planting down more houses, or at least working our way there. But batteries going in is gonna help with that. And then probably another solar panel too, keeping them all next to each other. Oh, I didn't realize there was actually 3 recyclers up here. That's a really good supply of materials. 67 a day, plus another nomad house. I like this. And I think we can also scrap this watchtower here because there aren't any more robots. And this should hopefully mean we get some materials back for it. And maybe we don't. But at least that saves on the power consumption because we are still pretty low with that. We don't have any means of producing power at night. We need like a water mill. Oh, now we're actually out of power. Yikes. Which is really damping their happiness. Need way more solar panels then. Oh, I don't even know what that quest was, but we got it. But it should hopefully turn to day at the next turn of this little dial here. The weather changed, so we have pumpkins queued up. We need to restore their happiness. This is not good. Okay, so the good news is we are now producing more power in the day than we use during the night. That should hopefully offset the power outage. The problem is we need to build more houses. So I think if we actually had another sort of power station up here with a battery and then we surround it with solar panels as soon as we have money, then that should hopefully mean that we don't have a power problem moving forward. Oh, and I forgot these are still beets. So that's also why it's a good idea to just connect all the fields. So you just change over one and then you change all of them. Okay, but at least our little guys are happy again. Okay, thankfully we just need 2 more fields to connect everything. Even if the connection isn't the cleanest, it still works. Oh, good. Another harvest. Okay, we do have a lot of food, so let's just convert all of it to money because I need to buy a lot of things here. And we still have enough food for a good while, so I think they'll be happy enough. Oh yes, lots of money gain. I like this. Now I have no idea what night looks like, but I don't want a power outage again. So a few more solar panels. And then we actually have enough to do one of these sub-researches, which we don't need right now, to be honest. I would rather get the weather control and, you know, a final farm to connect all of these. And I'm just gonna go ahead and plant more houses. Okay, so that was a good money gain right there. Another one should get us to the amount that we need to get another building. But now we have enough population for another outpost. So let's bring this one right over here so we can make the most of the space that we have with it. And we do still need to place a bunch of decorations too. I keep forgetting about that. So we're gonna get more oak trees because those give the most happiness. And then hopefully there's no robots over here because that would just be rude. And of course there's robots over here. All right, but we know the area that they work in, so we're just gonna place a watchtower where it can cover it. Hey, we got a birch tree. Nice. That gives the same amount as the oak trees. It also costs the same. You know what? We're just gonna spruce this up with a few of them. See what I did there? Okay, now thankfully the watchtower is keeping our little guys safe. But we also can't really use the robot parts anymore because they're landing in the river. And you know what? That's fine by me. I think we're also just gonna need to place a watchtower up here so we can see where the other side of the river is. And then we're just gonna finish off the happiness thing, or the decorations bit, by using the cheap ones, and also bringing back some of the food collection. Otherwise, we're going to starve all of our people very quickly, and that would not be good. And just one more house here should give us enough people for another outpost. Okay, so now we see where the other side of the river is. Now we can place down all the bridges that we need at the narrowest point. At least I hope we can get outposts on the other side of the river because that's not a lot of room to operate there. First things first, we will bridge the gap using 1, 2, 3 tiles. Perfect. Oh, now we have enough money to unlock the weather control, which means frost doesn't destroy plants. Ooh. Crops that grow in cool weather also grow in winter. I like that idea. And the cool weather is the spring and autumn, which is perfect for the carrots. Or also some of these other things. Oh, grapes. That gives a lot of profit and a lot of food. I think that gives the most. Oh no, the pineapples give the most profit, but not the most food. And they're also only grow in summer. We also need more crystals to unlock the grapes anyway. So can they actually reach this one? Oh, they can. There aren't many crystals on the map though, but there is a stash over here that hopefully our little guys can stay safe collecting. It'd be really bad if there was a robot over there, but thankfully it doesn't look like there is. So now there should be a good supply of crystals from that. Oh, only 4. Okay, now let's see if we can place down, yeah, we can't place down the outpost up there. So we need to expand our operations up here next to the watchtower, and then we can get one on the other side of the river here. We can also just go ahead and toggle the power on the watchtower to keep that off since we took care of all the robots. Okay, population 200 for the next one. So more houses. Okay, it looks like they are still losing food, so we need to dial this back even more. And I also didn't realize that the season changed. So we'll get the carrots going. No wonder they're still losing food. And there is a lot of goodies on the other side of this river too. Just stay safe from the robots. And you know what? We'll just tear down this watchtower. We're not using it. Oh yes, the carrots are growing. I love this. I love this so much. We almost have all the upgrade structures over here too. It's just too bad that these upgrades down here are super expensive. We're gonna need a lot more farms to take care of that. Okay, there's the food collection. So we're getting more of that again. Except it's carrots, so it's not as much as before. And they eat so much food a day. Oh, I guess to be fair, they do still plant in the cool weather, so the pumpkins should actually still be viable for that. It was just kind of awkward when it changed to fall and then they weren't planting anymore. But that does mean that there are some crops that plant year-round, like these bell peppers actually. So we should probably unlock those. And then, okay, now we can plant across the river because we have enough money to do so. So we need to make sure that this ancient building is within the range. Our brave little plant boy will go and build it. Oh man, this isn't good. We're losing a lot of food here. We can buy food if we need to, but I just need to have a little spell where I'm not swapping the crops around. And also grab these stashes for the extra food that they have. Oh dear, we only have food for 4 days left. Quickly harvest the pumpkins. Okay, there we're collecting again. I think also for a little bit, we're just going to get more food than money because we sorely need it right now. And do these, oh, they actually give way less food. So that might not be the best for, I guess it could be good for passive income. So we can convert this other side of the river as a bell pepper farm. Oh wait, that actually doesn't plant there. It needs farmland. And there's not much farmland spots out here. Ooh, there is over here. Get a whole bunch of bell peppers going up over here as a sort of passive income. That should hold us through most things. But now we are getting food again. Okay, that's good. Although it also looks like this is what we need to keep up with the demand. That's something I like less. Oh, and as soon as the bell peppers are planted, there's nano bugs on them. Gross. All right, but let's go ahead and finish off this decorations quest here. So we have both of the ancient buildings up here, and so we just need to move down here to get these ones. And the demand for population increase is just never ending. But this is a little awkward cove in here next to the farmland, so more houses can go there. And we are absolutely going to need more farmland. I really wish I had these grapes. Not right now though, because it's summertime. But which thing gives the most food? It looks like the pineapples give a little more food when those are a thing. Okay, we are getting a really good supply of food again, so that's good news. We can turn this back towards profit, and then outpost can go, which one should we go towards? Probably this one. I'm hoping that these cliffs that we can't pass through just sort of end over here so we can start to build down that way. I guess we can put down a watchtower to see how far it is over there. Oh, good, it does open up more. Okay, we're still gonna place down a watchtower here because I feel like there's robots in the area, and I don't want our Sprout Boys to keep getting blasted by them either. At least there is a lot of goodies over here that they can collect. And the good news is that the bell pepper harvest is going very well right now. Their happiness is back up to 65%. Ooh, and we can build another outpost right away. Let's go kitty corner with the last one right over here. It is kind of annoying that we're right next to this decoration that we need to capture, but we can't. Although if we get the, ooh, we can buy some things. So there was air filters. That's what we need. So the outpost radius goes out a little bit. Ooh, and that outpost nestled its ending area right next to the cliffs over here. I like that. So now we can nuke this watchtower because we don't need it. All right, but now it's autumn and I actually caught it this time. Back to the beats, I think. But now the problem is there's a big cliff between this ancient building and us. So let's build a watchtower down. We can put one up here or down there and then one up here to see where this cliff ends. And see where the shortest path is, hopefully. And also get all these crystals because I really want those grapes. Okay, so it might start to taper off down here. Whoa! Hey, there's a robot there. And our watchtower got it. That was really good placement then. Oh, so it actually ends in the river over here. So we might as well just build a little bridge path over here to go around it. I think that's the shortest path. It just is a bit of a problem because it's not connected by land. And we need a lot more houses here. I haven't noticed any big changes in our power outages and that they haven't happened, so I think we're actually good on power for a little bit. And just a little alcove of houses over here gives a huge population boon. And this is asking for more bell pepper tiles next to each other, so it probably wants a perfect hex, which isn't 9, but I guess it wants more. We can do that, sort of. Not quite. If we had the land terraformed over here, then we could. Oh, and I just realized that the two houses or ancient buildings are right next to each other almost. So maybe the outpost should come down here anyway. I think we can do that, especially since it would take a little bit to get around to this one. And we might as well see what's down here since we got to go that way anyway. And also making more use of these water tiles that I keep forgetting about. Even if I don't need them, I think wells are good to have in place anyway. Oh, what? Low power? Already? Oh dear. I didn't realize that became a thing. I thought we were good on power usage. Then again, I have been placing down more houses, and there's still no means of producing power at night, which is an issue. Okay, now I see more river over here. Let's get another watchtower in place because there's probably robots over there. And there is a lot more crystals too. Oh, yep, there's the robot. Okay, so this won't work. Needs to be closer. Probably right there. All right, so we should start to see the drones fall over here again. There we go. Oh yes, and they're landing where we can harvest them too. Yes, give me your parts. And also all these crystals, if you don't mind. We're really close to unlocking the grapes actually. So these next couple of crystals should do it for us. And there's the bottom path over there to get to the place. Now, I thought there was farmland over here that we could terraform. It seems like there is, but not much, which is an issue. Okay, there's more down here. So we can plant more bell peppers down here. And thankfully, we have enough crystals to unlock the grapes. So we're gonna change this over to be the grapes because I think that's the best for food and profit. Even though we're not really concerned about food anymore, we do still need money and we do still need more farmland for that pepper quest. So starting to work our way around the cliffs down here, I think is gonna be the best one. I think so. And these people definitely want more decorations to stay happy. So here, just have a bunch of oak trees, see if I care. And then more bell peppers down here. That should complete that quest. And we're just 100 away from our population goal. And we're so close to getting to that ancient building right there. But we can almost get to this one, so let's work our way to that one. And also get very good money gained from clearing out weeds. It's so annoying how it's right there. Oh, I just realized not all these tiles are good for the grapes. They need farmland, and there's only so many of those. That's a bit of a problem, but at least that means that we can convert some of these things individually to something that actually works, like the pumpkins. Or actually, the beets are still growing, so let's keep that. Let's keep that the same. And they are still planting the beets too, so that's good news. Not all of it is converted to grapes, even though it says it is. I also thought I was done with the peppers quest. 9 tiles of peppers next to each other. Do you need another one down here? But that still isn't working. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of that. And this one too, because I'm done buying decorations. And also the leeks too, just a whole fresh swath of quests. And we can also convert these to grapes, all of them to grapes. So we're getting actual grape production. Even if they don't grow right now, but it's still gonna be really good. Okay, I think I'm understanding the issue. We have way more houses that use more power. So we need more batteries, I think, than actual power production. So we can get more of those around our home base. So when nighttime does roll around, we should have a whole lot of power stored up, which gives us the advantage of putting down more houses that also boost each other's population for more while using less power. So now, annoyingly, we place an outpost past the ancient building, so we get access to that one. There, whoa. Okay, so there's a cliff face over here too, but with a lot more stuff past it. Very nice. Okay, now we're gonna capture that one. I like it. Okay, now it is also starting to become nighttime, so we gotta be careful about how much power we're using. And a little more strategic with where we place buildings. So that looks good there, and there, and there. And not really anywhere else over here, so we can stop putting houses over here. And we can continue to boost this neighborhood, I think. Oh, and we can also get rid of this lighthouse so it uses less power. Okay, so we're using 13 power a night, but we do have a lot stored up, so I'm hoping that that's enough to keep up with the demand. And these lighthouses can go away too, so that's even less power. Okay, now with all of that done, we can put another outpost over here, and we're almost to the last structure. And ooh, we get a population boost of 10? Planting here? I like that idea. We do lose the peonies, but I think it's worth the risk, or the sacrifice. It is a risk because we're using more power, but we're still above 100, so we can get away with that. And then, oh yes, a 10 boost right here. So the last outpost that we need, oh, we can actually build it right now. Perfect. We're gonna get you squared up over here so we get more of these structures that are capturable. Let's see, there's some recyclers and a decoration. Yeah, we'll get all of them. So once we capture this building, the only thing we need to worry about next is population growth. And we are still good on power, so that's good news. I just hope that the night is gonna be over soon. Hey, and there's the last ancient building. Beautiful. And we haven't even gotten to these other buildings because they're really expensive. Oh, but yes, it's daytime. We're getting power again. We survived the night. So now I think I might as well just place down a whole bunch of buildings so we can get to the population goal without needing to worry about the next night. And also expanding the buildings over here because that looks like good things. Just a whole bunch at once. And then probably getting more batteries. Just a whole bunch of batteries everywhere. And the population is growing. is growing. And there's our goal. We did it. Hey, we built a safe settlement for the tribe. So we have terraformed a whole lot of this planet here. Even if there's a few blank areas we haven't gone to, we have a very successful growth right now, even if they don't reflect that. We need more food. We need a lot more food. We need things that can actually grow, like pumpkins. You know, maybe all of this food or land that I wasn't using should have been converted to farmland anyway. But hey, we do still have a bunch of money, so we can buy a whole bunch of things. Buy 50 of them? Can we do that? We sure can, but that cost all of our money. 89 food a day. I didn't realize that was how many we had. Or how many saplings we had. Sproutlings, whatever they're called. They're little plant boys. So definitely leaning more towards the harvest going forward. Okay, so now they're actually harvesting. And the grapes are harvesting too, so that's good news. Man, we almost were on starvation there. We still kind of are. This is a bit rough. So I hope you guys enjoyed green again. It's a cute little demo. Make sure to like the video if you did. And thank you very much for watching. Sub to Intern. And I want to thank the channel members, including Bread, Corby Farm, Dakota, Donamoto, Devion X, Lucas, Ancient Elixir, Matthew, Hateful Harold, Peggy Sue, Drew Belong, Angel, Lily Bites, The Miner Within, DeGarrity, Sands, V, Isaac, Killer Squad, Mousy Mouse, and Nicholas.